Hello, English learners. Welcome back. Today we're going to practice some C1 and C2 advanced English vocabulary together. You'll not only learn how to use advanced words naturally, but also how to sound more fluent, confident, and expressive when you speak. We'll do this through real-life examples, speaking practice, and listening repetition. Before we begin, I just want to let you know that we upload daily English learning videos every single day. Make sure you subscribe and turn on the bell icon to stay updated with our lessons. Let's begin today's practice session with a calm, focused mind. Remember, advanced vocabulary isn't about using fancy or complicated words. It's about using the right word at the right time with the right feeling. For example, instead of saying very tired, you can say exhausted. Instead of very interesting, you might say fascinating. But the real mastery comes when you can use these words naturally in conversation without stopping to think. That's exactly what we'll train today. Take a deep breath. Relax your shoulders. Imagine you're sitting across from me having a cup of tea and we're practicing English together. Let's start with our first word, meticulous. It means showing great attention to detail. A meticulous person checks everything carefully before finishing. Listen carefully. She's a meticulous designer who notices even the smallest flaws. Now repeat after me, slowly. She's a meticulous designer who notices even the smallest flaws. When you use meticulous, it adds precision to your speech. You're not just saying someone is careful, you're saying they are extremely attentive. Try another example. He prepared his presentation meticulously. This means he did it with extreme care. Next word, resilient. This describes someone who can recover quickly from difficulties or setbacks. Think about moments when something goes wrong, but you stay calm and strong. That's resilience. For example, after losing her job, she remained resilient and started her own business. Repeat after me. She remained resilient and started her own business. When you practice advanced vocabulary, don't rush. Take your time to pronounce each syllable clearly. Advanced speakers don't speak fast. They speak with confidence and control. Our next word is inevitable. It means something that cannot be avoided or prevented. For example, it was inevitable that they would meet again. Repeat after me. It was inevitable that they would meet again. Now let's use it casually. If you keep skipping breakfast, it's inevitable that you'll feel tired by noon. Next word, ambiguous. It means unclear or having more than one possible meaning. For example, his answer was so ambiguous that nobody knew what he really meant. Repeat. His answer was so ambiguous that nobody knew what he really meant. Ambiguous helps you describe unclear communication in a more mature, advanced way. Now, a short mini speaking exercise. I'll say a situation and you choose the right advanced word. Your friend pays attention to tiny details when planning a trip. Meticulous. Someone keeps going even after failing. Resilient. Something is guaranteed to happen. Inevitable. Great job. This is how you start thinking in advanced English, by connecting meaning to emotion, not translation. Next word, profound. It means deep, intense, or full of meaning. Examples. Her speech had a profound impact on me. He's a profound thinker who sees life differently. Repeat. Her speech had a profound impact on me. You can also say, that movie was more profound than I expected. It really made me think. Next, articulate. To articulate means to express thoughts clearly and effectively. An articulate person can explain ideas well. For example, she's such an articulate speaker. She makes complex ideas sound simple. Repeat, she's such an articulate speaker. Try this speaking challenge. Create one short paragraph using profound and articulate. For example, I enjoy listening to articulate speakers because they share profound ideas that inspire me. Take a moment and try it. Next word, ephemeral. It means something that lasts for a very short time. Examples. Fame is often ephemeral. The beauty of a sunset is ephemeral. Repeat. The beauty of a sunset is ephemeral. Next, ubiquitous. It means something very common or found everywhere. For example, smartphones are ubiquitous in modern life. Repeat. Smartphones are ubiquitous in modern life. Let's review. Meticulous, resilient, inevitable, ambiguous, profound, articulate, ephemeral, ubiquitous. You're not memorizing them. You're learning to feel their rhythm. Now listen to this short monologue. I've learned that life is full of inevitable changes. To adapt, we must be resilient and meticulous in how we plan our goals. Sometimes the meaning of life feels ambiguous, but when we listen to profound thinkers who are articulate, everything becomes clearer. Moments of joy can be ephemeral, but their beauty is ubiquitous in our memories. Repeat that slowly. Feel the rhythm. Let's practice pronunciation. Repeat after me. Meticulous, resilient, inevitable, ambiguous, profound, articulate, ephemeral, ubiquitous. Excellent. Now a real-life story. Yesterday, I met a meticulous artist who paints tiny portraits that only last a few minutes before fading. Her work is ephemeral, but her passion is profound. She spoke so articulately about her ideas that I was amazed. She said that even though her art disappears, its message is ubiquitous. It reminds people to appreciate moments that don't last forever. Beautiful, right? That's how advanced vocabulary can bring emotion and clarity to your speech. If you're enjoying this lesson, please like the video and subscribe to English Without Limit. Your support helps us create daily lessons for you. Let's continue. Next word, contemplate. It means to think deeply. For example, sometimes I like to contemplate my goals before making a decision. He spent hours contemplating the meaning of happiness. Repeat. I like to contemplate my goals. Next, intricate. It means detailed or complex. For example, the watchmaker designed an intricate mechanism. The plot of that movie was so intricate that I had to watch it twice. Repeat. The plot was intricate. Next section. Elaborate. To explain something in detail. Examples. Could you elaborate on that point? That was an elaborate plan with many steps. Repeat. Could you elaborate on that? Next, coherent. It means logical, connected, and easy to understand. Example. Her argument was clear and coherent. Repeat. Her argument was clear and coherent. Next, metaphorical. It means symbolic, not literal. Example. His words were metaphorical. Repeat. His words were metaphorical. A fun challenge. I say a simple phrase. You make it more advanced. She explained it well. 2. She articulated it clearly. The plan was detailed. 2. The plan was elaborate. This is how you train your brain to think in advanced English. Next, subtle. something small but important. Examples. There was a subtle difference in her tone. He gave me a subtle hint that he wanted to leave. Repeat. There was a subtle difference. Final word for now. Notion. It means an idea or belief. Examples. I had a notion that he was lying. The notion of success varies from person to person. Repeat. The notion of success varies from person to person. Using words like notion, concept, or idea helps you sound thoughtful and nuanced, like someone who expresses layers of meaning. Let's continue with perspective. You may already know this one, but it's powerful when used intentionally. It means a particular way of seeing or understanding something. For example, from my perspective, communication is the key to every relationship. Or, traveling helps you see life from a new perspective. Repeat that after me. From my perspective, communication is the key. Now, let's do a quick spoken exercise. I'll say a few topics, and you'll respond with your opinion using perspective. Topic 1. Social media. You can say, from my perspective, social media can be both helpful and harmful. Topic 2. Learning English. You might say, from my perspective, learning English daily is more effective than studying for long hours once a week. Good job. You're thinking in English now. That's what real progress sounds like. Let's go deeper with comprehensive. It means complete, thorough, or covering everything. For instance, the teacher gave a comprehensive explanation of the topic. Or, we need a comprehensive plan for the project. Repeat after me. A comprehensive explanation. When you use comprehensive, you show confidence that you understand the full picture, not just small parts. The next word is conventional. It means traditional, ordinary, or based on accepted customs. You can say, he prefers a conventional lifestyle. Or, that was a conventional way to solve the problem. Repeat. He prefers a conventional lifestyle. Advanced English sometimes means knowing when to sound formal and when to sound conversational. Conventional helps you describe things that are normal or typical in a mature way. Now let's talk about innovative. It means creative or introducing new ideas. For example, the company introduced an innovative solution. Or, she's known for her innovative thinking. Repeat after me. An innovative solution. Conventional and innovative are opposite ideas. Try making your own sentence comparing them. Traditional classrooms are conventional, but online learning is innovative. Perfect. Now a short reflection pause. You've already practiced around 20 advanced words, but it's not just about the vocabulary, it's about confidence. The more you speak them aloud, the more they become part of your natural rhythm. Let's continue with precise. It means exact, accurate, and specific. For example, her instructions were precise, or you need to be precise with your pronunciation. Repeat. Her instructions were precise. Next word, vivid. It means clear, bright, or full of life. For instance, I still have a vivid memory of my childhood home. Or, he gave a vivid description of the event. Repeat. A vivid memory. When you use vivid, it brings color and emotion into your speech. Advanced English is not only about correctness. It's about painting a picture with words. Let's add another gem. intriguing. It means interesting in a mysterious way. You can say, that idea sounds intriguing. Or, she told me an intriguing story about her travels. Repeat. That idea sounds intriguing. Now imagine this short exchange. A. Did you read the article? B. Yes, it was quite intriguing. Simple, elegant, advanced. Let's combine what we've learned into a short paragraph you can shadow. When I first met her, I found her perspective on art intriguing. She explained her ideas in a coherent and articulate way, using such vivid examples that I could almost see her imagination. Her approach was innovative yet subtle, blending emotion and precision perfectly. I left the conversation inspired to contemplate my own creative notions. Read it again slowly. Feel the balance of rhythm, tone, and expression. That's what C1 and C2 vocabulary mastery feels like. It flows naturally. Now, one more useful word before we end this part. Discern. It means to recognize or notice something that is not obvious. For example, it's hard to discern truth from rumor. Or, a good listener can discern emotions behind words. Repeat after me. It's hard to discern truth from rumor. This word is elegant and powerful. It shows awareness and understanding, qualities that advanced English learners develop through practice like this. Take a moment and breathe. You've done a lot of focused listening and speaking today. Before we move on, try summarizing what you learned out loud. Maybe something like, today I practiced advanced words like elaborate, coherent, subtle, profound, articulate, and discern. I learned to use them naturally in conversation. Beautiful. The more you express these ideas out loud, the more fluent you'll sound. Let's continue where we left off. You're doing great so far. Each new word we explore is not just a word. It's a doorway to deeper, more meaningful English communication. Let's begin this section with versatile. It means flexible or able to adapt to many situations. For example, she's a versatile performer who can sing, dance, and act. Or, English is such a versatile language. It can express emotion, precision, and humor. Repeat after me. She's a versatile performer. Being versatile in English means you can express yourself in many ways in both formal and casual settings. When you're talking with a friend, you might use a relaxed tone. When you're writing an email, you sound professional. That's linguistic versatility. Now let's talk about endeavor. It can be both a noun and a verb. It means an effort or attempt to achieve something. For example, learning advanced English is a challenging endeavor. Or, she endeavored to complete her studies despite many difficulties. Repeat. It's a challenging endeavor. Endeavor is a word full of emotion and strength. It shows dedication. Instead of saying try hard, you can say endeavor to do something, and you'll sound much more advanced and natural. Our next word is proficient. It means skilled or good at something. You can say, he's proficient in both English and Spanish. Or, you'll become proficient if you keep practicing daily. Repeat, he's proficient in English. Proficiency takes time and consistency, but you're already on the right path. Next word is assertive. It means confident and expressing your thoughts without being aggressive. For example, she's assertive in meetings and always shares her opinions clearly. Repeat, she's assertive and confident. Being assertive is a skill every English learner should develop. It's not about speaking loudly, it's about speaking calmly but firmly with belief in your words. Let's continue with authentic. It means real, genuine, or true to oneself. You might say, her laughter was completely authentic. Or, he gives authentic advice based on real experience. Repeat, her laughter was authentic. When you speak English authentically, you don't need to copy accents or memorize fancy phrases. You simply express yourself truthfully. That's what advanced English is about. Clarity and sincerity combined. Now let's move to a beautiful word, eloquent. It means fluent, graceful, and persuasive in speech or writing. For example, he gave an eloquent speech at the ceremony. Or, she's an eloquent writer who touches people's hearts. Repeat, he gave an eloquent speech. Notice how the word itself feels smooth, like it carries elegance in its sound. Quick speaking challenge. Think of one advanced word you've learned so far and use it to describe yourself. You could say, I'm resilient, or I'm articulate, or I'm becoming proficient in English. Keep doing this. It helps your brain form emotional connections with each word. Next word, emphasize. It means to give special importance or attention to something. For example, I want to emphasize the importance of daily practice. Or, the teacher emphasized pronunciation during the lesson. Repeat, I want to emphasize the importance of practice. When you emphasize something, you make your words sound alive. You draw attention to the heart of your message. Next word is reinforce. It means to make something stronger. For example, repeating new words aloud reinforces your memory. Or, positive feedback reinforces motivation. Repeat, repeating new words reinforces memory. Emphasize and reinforce are useful when you want your point to feel clear and powerful. Now let's learn spontaneous. It means happening naturally without planning. You can say, their laughter was spontaneous. Or, sometimes the best ideas come from spontaneous moments. Repeat, it was a spontaneous decision. Spontaneous adds warmth, energy, and life to your speech. Next word is convey. It means to express or communicate an idea or feeling. For example, her eyes conveyed sadness. Or, the teacher conveyed the message clearly. Repeat, she conveyed her feelings through words. When you speak English, it's not just about the words you use. It's how you convey emotion through tone and rhythm. Here's a beautiful word for describing emotional power. Captivating. It means holding your attention completely, often because something is beautiful or fascinating. You can say, the performance was captivating, or he told a captivating story about his journey. Repeat, it was a captivating story. When you speak with good pronunciation, natural pauses, and advanced vocabulary, you become captivating to your listener. Another rich word, lucid. It means clear and easy to understand. For example, her explanation was lucid and helpful. Or, he wrote a lucid summary of the topic. Repeat. Her explanation was lucid. When your English is lucid, people enjoy listening because it sounds effortless and intelligent at the same time. Let's review. Versatile, endeavor, proficient, assertive, authentic, eloquent, emphasize, reinforce, spontaneous, convey, captivating, lucid. That's quite a collection. Now, let's use many of them in one short paragraph to strengthen your memory. Over the past year, I've endeavored to become more proficient and assertive in my communication. I've learned that being authentic makes my speech more eloquent and captivating. I try to emphasize positive ideas and reinforce good habits. My growth as an English learner has been spontaneous at times, but every experience has helped me convey my thoughts more clearly and lucidly. Now, pause and repeat this paragraph slowly. Feel the flow of advanced vocabulary merging naturally into real communication. Take a deep breath. You're improving faster than you think. Now, let's go a little philosophical. The word introspective means looking inward, examining your own thoughts or feelings. For instance, after the conversation, he became introspective and thoughtful. Or, I enjoy introspective moments when I reflect on my day. Repeat this. She's an introspective person. This kind of vocabulary helps you express emotion and personality. It makes your English sound human, deep, and self-aware. Next, the word transcend. It means to go beyond normal limits or to rise above. For example, true art transcends language and culture. Or, she tried to transcend fear and focus on hope. Repeat with me. True art transcends language. When you use transcend, it brings power and inspiration to your voice. It's one of those words that instantly elevates your speech. And here's another elegant word. Serene. It means calm, peaceful, and relaxed. You might say, the lake was so serene this morning. Or, she spoke in a serene and gentle tone. Repeat. The lake was serene. When you speak slowly and with control, your voice becomes serene too. That's the beauty of advanced fluency. It's not about speed, but calm confidence. You're doing wonderfully. Keep repeating the words. Keep feeling them. Let's begin again. Take a deep breath and relax your shoulders. You're doing something powerful right now, building the kind of English that expresses depth, emotion, and precision. Let's start this section with a strong word, conscientious. It means being careful, responsible, and doing your work with great attention to detail. For example, she's a conscientious student who always completes her assignments on time. Or, he's known for his conscientious approach to his job. Repeat after me. She's a conscientious student. Being conscientious in your English learning means showing steady effort every day, not perfection, consistency. Even listening to this lesson is part of that journey. Next, let's explore the word integral. It means essential or necessary to make something complete. For example, confidence is an integral part of communication. Or, listening is integral to understanding. Repeat. Confidence is an integral part of communication. When you say something is integral, you're highlighting its importance.
You're showing that it's not optional, it's crucial. Now, let's learn the word nuance. It means a small difference in meaning, sound, or feeling that makes something subtle and sophisticated. For example, he understood the nuances of her tone. Or, to master English, you must notice the nuances of pronunciation. Repeat. He understood the nuances of her tone. Nuance is one of the secret ingredients of advanced fluency. It's about sensitivity to detail.
Next, let's look at refined. It means polished, elegant, or improved. For instance, she speaks in a refined manner, or his sense of style is very refined. Repeat. She speaks in a refined manner. Being refined doesn't mean sounding artificial. It means being smooth and confident, with clear thought and calm expression. Here's another advanced word, scrutinize. It means to examine something very carefully. For example, the professor scrutinized the data before publishing the results. Or, we need to scrutinize the details of this agreement. Repeat. She scrutinized the details carefully. Using scrutinize makes your speech sound analytical and professional, like someone who knows how to observe and evaluate thoughtfully. Now, astute. It means clever, perceptive, and able to make good judgments. For instance, she gave an astute observation about human behavior, or he's an astute businessman who understands people well. Repeat. She gave an astute observation. When you use astute, you're describing practical intelligence, not just knowledge, but insight. Let's pause for a moment. You've now learned words like conscientious, integral, nuance, refined, scrutinize, and astute. Each one adds a unique shade to your English, like colors on a painting. Now let's build a quick story using some of them. She was a conscientious writer, always refining her words until every sentence felt complete. Her attention to nuance made her story shine. When critics scrutinized her work, they found it elegant and astute, a perfect reflection of her thoughtful nature. Repeat that slowly. Try to feel how the words work together. Not heavy, not forced, just flowing. That's what advanced English should feel like. Let's continue with ambivalent. It means having mixed feelings about something. For example, he felt ambivalent about moving to a new city, or she was ambivalent about accepting the promotion. Repeat. He felt ambivalent about the decision. Being ambivalent doesn't mean you don't care. It means you have both positive and negative feelings at once. Very human. Now, candid. It means honest and straightforward. For instance, she gave a candid answer during the interview, or I appreciate your candid feedback. Repeat. She gave a candid answer. Candid is warm yet professional. It's honest communication with respect. Next, perceptive. It means quick to notice or understand things others might miss. For example, he's a very perceptive listener, or her perceptive comments surprised everyone. Repeat. He's a perceptive listener. Being perceptive helps you understand the emotions behind words. It makes your English sound real and human. Now, here's a powerful one. Eloquence. Eloquence means the ability to speak or write beautifully. For instance,
His speech was full of passion and eloquence. Repeat. Her eloquence moved the audience. When you speak with eloquence, you don't need complicated vocabulary. You need sincerity, rhythm, and emotion. Next, analytical. It means logical, systematic, and focused on details. You can say, he has an analytical mind, or she approached the problem in an analytical way. Repeat. He has an analytical mind. Being analytical helps you break down problems, even in language learning. Now, let's add vulnerable. It means open to emotional pain or easily affected. For example, she felt vulnerable sharing her story, or being vulnerable helps us connect more deeply. Repeat. She felt vulnerable. This word brings emotion to your language. Soft, human, honest.
Now, a quick emotional shadowing practice. Listen and repeat. I used to think that showing emotion made me weak, but now I realize that vulnerability makes communication authentic. When I'm candid about my struggles, people listen with empathy. It's not about perfection. It's about connection. See how the emotion flows naturally? That's eloquence. Let's continue with coincide. It means to happen at the same time or to match. For instance, our opinions coincide, or their birthdays coincide every year. Repeat. Our opinions coincide. Next, artificial. It means not natural or fake. For example, the smile looked artificial, or we should avoid artificial ingredients. Repeat. The smile looked artificial. In language learning, avoid sounding artificial. Let your real self shine. Now let's talk about contemplate again, but in a deeper way. To contemplate is to think carefully about something important. For example, sometimes I contemplate how language connects us. Or, she spent the afternoon contemplating her future. Repeat. I contemplate how language connects us. Take a deep breath. Let the words settle. That's reflection. That's awareness. Let's finish this section with a gentle practice. Listen first, then repeat. I've learned that being conscientious and analytical helps me progress steadily, but being perceptive and candid keeps my communication authentic. When I allow myself to be vulnerable, I connect with people more deeply. Life isn't just about logic. It's also about nuance, reflection, and eloquence. And every day I endeavor to refine myself, one word, one thought, one moment at a time. Beautiful. You've just spoken like a C2 level communicator. Welcome back. Take a deep breath and smile. You've made it halfway through this advanced English journey, and your progress is already showing. Your pronunciation is smoother, your word choice more natural, and your understanding deeper. Let's continue building that fluency together. Let's begin this section with a graceful word, inevitable. You remember this one, but now we'll practice it in emotional contexts. It's inevitable that mistakes will happen when we learn something new. Change is inevitable. Growth is optional. Repeat. Change is inevitable. Growth is optional. This word carries wisdom. It reminds you that learning English is a journey, not a race. Now, let's add another word, ambitious. It describes someone who has strong desires to achieve great things. For instance, she's ambitious about improving her communication skills. Or, his ambitious goals keep him motivated. Repeat. She's ambitious about improving her communication skills. Ambition is beautiful when balanced with patience. It pushes you forward, but teaches discipline.
Next, let's explore substantial. It means large, important, or meaningful. For example, he made a substantial improvement in his fluency. Or, she gave a substantial contribution to the project. Repeat. He made a substantial improvement. This word shows real progress, something that matters. Now let's move to cultivate. It means to develop something carefully over time. You can say, we need to cultivate good habits. Or, she cultivated a strong sense of discipline. Repeat. We need to cultivate good habits. Language mastery is cultivated. It grows through consistent care. Next, diligent. It means hardworking, steady, and careful in effort. For instance, she's a diligent student who practices every day. Or, success often comes to those who are diligent. Repeat. She's a diligent student. Ambition gives you the dream. Diligence builds the path. Let's continue with emerge. It means to come into view or become known. For example, a new idea emerged during the discussion. Or, after months of practice, his confidence finally emerged. Repeat. His confidence finally emerged. The more you speak English, the more your natural rhythm emerges. Now let's add sustain. It means to keep something going or maintain it over time. For instance, it's hard to sustain motivation without a clear goal. Or, she sustained her focus through daily practice. Repeat, she sustained her focus. Sustain is a word of strength. It reminds you that success isn't about doing a lot once, but about doing a little every day. Next comes enrich. It means to make something better or more meaningful. For example, reading enriches your vocabulary, or traveling enriches your understanding of the world. Repeat that. Reading enriches your vocabulary. Every new word you learn today enriches your English, not just in knowledge, but in expression. Now let's look at adversity. It means hardship or difficulty. For instance, she remained calm in the face of adversity. Or, adversity often reveals true character. Repeat that. She remained calm in the face of adversity. Adversity is a noble word. It doesn't just describe struggle, it represents strength born from challenge. Let's combine some of these words into a reflective paragraph to help you practice rhythm and meaning. Learning a language is a long and ambitious journey. At times, you'll face adversity and doubt, but your progress will emerge gradually if you stay diligent. Every small effort enriches your understanding and helps you sustain your motivation. In the end, growth becomes inevitable for those who cultivate patience and keep believing in themselves. Repeat that paragraph slowly. Feel the emotional rhythm of advanced English. That's how mastery sounds: calm, thoughtful, and full of meaning. Now let's learn the word composure. It means calmness and self-control, especially under stress. For example, he maintained his composure during the interview. Or, even under pressure, she never lost her composure. Repeat that. He maintained his composure. Composure gives your speech power. When you speak English with composure, every word feels intentional. Next, lucidity. It's the noun form of lucid, meaning clarity of thought or expression. For example, her lucidity impressed everyone in the meeting. Or, He explained the concept with surprising lucidity. Repeat after me. He explained the concept with lucidity. This word is excellent for describing both thinking and communication. Let's go to another useful word, tenacity. It means determination and persistence. For instance, her tenacity helped her overcome obstacles. Or, success demands both skill and tenacity. Repeat that. Her tenacity helped her succeed. When you combine tenacity with consistency, your learning becomes unstoppable. Now, persevere. It's a verb meaning to continue doing something even when it's difficult. For example, he persevered despite many failures. Or, you must persevere to reach fluency. Repeat that. You must persevere to reach fluency. Perseverance is the heart of every fluent speaker's story. Now, gratitude. It means thankfulness or appreciation. For instance, she spoke with gratitude for all the help she received. Or, practicing gratitude keeps your mind positive. Repeat that. I practice gratitude every day. When you speak English with gratitude, you connect emotionally with your listener, and that creates real communication. Let's build a warm practice paragraph. Listen first, then repeat. In every learning journey, adversity is inevitable. But when you cultivate diligence and sustain your motivation, growth begins to emerge. Your tenacity keeps you going. Your gratitude keeps you grounded, and your composure gives you strength. Over time, your speech becomes more lucid, your thoughts more refined, and your voice more confident. That's what it means to truly persevere. Beautiful, isn't it? Now take a moment to repeat some of your favorite words aloud, maybe tenacity, gratitude, lucidity, or composure. Say them slowly, clearly, and feel their meaning as you speak. Advanced English isn't about showing off vocabulary. It's about expressing life with accuracy, heart, and grace. If you're enjoying this lesson, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more daily English practice. It helps us grow and keeps these lessons coming your way every day. Let's begin again. You're doing wonderfully. Every moment you spend listening and repeating builds not just your vocabulary, but your confidence and your rhythm in English. You're no longer just learning words. You're shaping the way you think and express yourself. Let's start this section with the word transient. It means temporary or lasting for only a short time. For example, fame is transient, or their happiness was transient but meaningful. Repeat that. Fame is transient. This word reminds us that moments come and go, but meaning stays. Even in language, your mistakes are transient. They pass, but your progress remains. Next, let's look at gratifying. It means pleasing or satisfying. For instance, it's gratifying to see your hard work pay off. Or, helping others can be deeply gratifying. Repeat after me. It's gratifying to see progress. When you use gratifying, you express quiet happiness, something gentle, not exaggerated. Now, emphatic. It means expressing something with force and clarity. For example, she gave an emphatic no when asked to lie. Or, he was emphatic about his belief in honesty. Repeat that slowly. She gave an emphatic response. Being emphatic doesn't mean shouting. It means speaking firmly and clearly, the kind of confidence advanced English speakers develop through practice and awareness. Next, admirable. It means deserving respect or approval. For example, her dedication to learning is admirable. Or, he showed admirable patience under stress. Repeat that. Her dedication is admirable. This word adds warmth and positivity to your speech. It lets you compliment people with sincerity. Now let's explore alleviate. It means to make something less severe, like pain or stress. For instance, taking a walk can alleviate anxiety. Or, good communication alleviates misunderstandings. Repeat after me. Exercise can alleviate stress. It's a graceful, intelligent word used in both emotional and professional contexts. Next, profoundly. It means deeply or strongly. For example, the experience changed her profoundly. Or, he was profoundly grateful for the opportunity. Repeat that. I'm profoundly grateful. Adding profoundly gives emotional strength. It shows depth of feeling without exaggeration. Let's go further with ineffectual. It means not producing the desired effect. For instance, the plan was ineffectual because it lacked clear goals. Or, his efforts were kind, but ultimately ineffectual. Repeat that. The plan was ineffectual. This word helps you sound thoughtful and analytical. Now, compassionate. It means showing kindness and empathy toward others. For example, she's known for her compassionate nature. Or, a compassionate teacher listens more than she speaks. Repeat after me. She's a compassionate person. When you add compassion to your English, your words connect emotionally. You become not just fluent, but humanly fluent. Think about this line. True communication isn't about perfect grammar. It's about connecting compassionately and profoundly. Say it out loud slowly. Now, let's add commendable. It means worthy of praise. For example, your effort to learn daily is commendable. Or, his honesty was truly commendable. Repeat that. Your dedication is commendable. Next, ineffable. A poetic word meaning something so great or beautiful that it's beyond words. For instance, the beauty of the sunset was ineffable. Or, she felt an ineffable joy after hearing the news. Repeat that. The moment was ineffable. Now, artistry. It means creative skill or talent. For example, his artistry in storytelling inspired everyone. Or, you can see the artistry in her writing. Repeat. His artistry inspired everyone. Now, epitome. It means the perfect example of something. For example, she's the epitome of elegance. Or, hard work is the epitome of success. Repeat that. She's the epitome of elegance. Next, arduous. It means requiring great effort or energy. For instance, learning a new language can be an arduous journey. Or, climbing that mountain was arduous but rewarding. Repeat that. It was an arduous journey. Let's pause for a mini shadowing exercise. Listen first. The journey of mastering English can be arduous, yet profoundly gratifying. There are days when motivation fades, but compassion toward yourself keeps you going. Your persistence is admirable, your patience commendable, and your growth inevitable. Now, repeat it slowly. Next, integrity. It means honesty, moral strength, and doing the right thing even when no one is watching. For example, integrity builds trust. Or, she handled the situation with integrity. Repeat after me. Integrity builds trust. Next, altruistic. It means selfless, caring more about others than oneself. For example, he made an altruistic decision to donate anonymously. Or, her altruistic actions inspired the community. Repeat that. Her actions were altruistic. Now, discernment. It means good judgment, especially in understanding subtle differences. For instance, she showed great discernment in choosing her words. Or, effective communication requires discernment. Repeat that. She showed great discernment. And now one more elegant word, resonate. It means to have a deep emotional effect or connection. For example, his message resonated with everyone in the room. Or, that song still resonates with me after years. Repeat that. The story resonated with me. Let's combine several of these new words into one reflection. Listen first. In a world full of noise, words with compassion and integrity resonate the most. True communication requires discernment, honesty, and empathy. When we speak with authenticity, our voices become the epitome of clarity and connection. Every compassionate act, every altruistic thought enriches not just language, but life itself. Repeat that slowly. Let's continue our advanced practice session. You're doing so well. Each time you listen, repeat, and reflect, you strengthen both your vocabulary and your emotional connection to English. Let's start this section with a graceful word, serendipity. It means a happy accident or finding something good without looking for it. For example, meeting her was pure serendipity. Or, sometimes success comes from serendipity rather than planning. Repeat after me. Meeting her was pure serendipity. This word reminds us that beautiful things often happen when we least expect them, and that includes language progress. Sometimes you'll realize one day that words just come naturally. That serendipity is born from persistence. Next, melancholy. It means a gentle sadness, often mixed with reflection. For example, the music had a touch of melancholy. Or, he smiled with quiet melancholy, remembering old times. Repeat that. The music had a touch of melancholy. Melancholy adds emotional texture to your speech. It's not sadness, but a poetic kind of feeling. Now, ambiance. It means the atmosphere or mood of a place. For example, the cafe had a warm, relaxing ambiance. Or, the ambiance of the room made me feel calm. Repeat that. The cafe had a relaxing ambiance. Using ambiance in conversation makes you sound sensitive to your surroundings, someone who notices details. Let's go to serenity. It means peacefulness or calm. For instance, she found serenity by the sea. Or, meditation helps create inner serenity. Repeat after me. She found serenity by the sea. When you speak English slowly with pauses and clarity, your voice also carries serenity. It draws people in instead of overwhelming them. Now let's practice elusive. It means difficult to find, define, or achieve. For example, true happiness can be elusive. Or, the solution seemed elusive at first. Repeat that. True happiness can be elusive. Elusive is one of those words that sounds elegant and mysterious. It fits perfectly in both emotional and intellectual discussions. Next, immense. It means very large or great. For example, she has immense talent. Or, he felt immense relief after hearing the news. Repeat that. She has immense talent. Immense gives power and magnitude to your ideas. It makes your speech sound confident and expressive. Now let's explore resilient once again, but in a more emotional way. For example, after everything she went through, she remained resilient. Or, being resilient means choosing hope every day. Repeat that. She remained resilient. Resilience is the foundation of learning. You'll make mistakes, but your ability to rise again defines your fluency. Let's continue with enlightening. It means giving knowledge or understanding. For example, that documentary was enlightening. Or, our discussion was truly enlightening. Repeat. The lesson was enlightening. When you describe something as enlightening, you're showing that it expanded your mind. It taught you something valuable. Next, unwavering. It means steady and firm, not changing or giving up. For example, she showed unwavering determination. Or, his faith was unwavering. Repeat. She showed unwavering determination. This word expresses emotional strength. It gives your speech power and conviction. Now let's practice a short paragraph aloud to internalize the emotional depth of these words. Learning English has been an enlightening journey filled with both serenity and struggle. There were times when progress felt elusive, but I stayed resilient. Each day I approached my goals with unwavering faith, and slowly serendipity rewarded my efforts. Repeat that slowly. Feel the rhythm of advanced English. Emotional, calm, confident. Now let's learn the word adversarial. It means involving conflict or opposition. For example, the discussion turned adversarial when they disagreed. Or, an adversarial tone can damage understanding. Repeat. The discussion turned adversarial. Next, ambiguous. For example, the message was ambiguous. It could be understood in many ways. Or, he gave an ambiguous smile that left everyone guessing. Repeat. The message was ambiguous. Ambiguity isn't always bad. It gives room for imagination. It's the mystery of communication. Now, intuitive. It means based on instinct rather than logic. For example, she made an intuitive decision. Or, learning languages becomes easier when it feels intuitive. Repeat. Learning becomes intuitive with time. When English feels intuitive, you stop translating. You just speak. Next, lucid. For example, her dream was so lucid that it felt real. Or, he explained his vision with lucid clarity. Repeat. Her dream was lucid. This word has a softness that feels alive. It connects logic and imagination.
Now let's add ardent. It means passionate, deeply enthusiastic. For example, he's an ardent supporter of education. Or, she's an ardent learner who never gives up. Repeat. She's an ardent learner. Next, benevolent. It means kind, generous, and well-meaning. For example, the teacher was benevolent and patient. Or, he spoke in a benevolent tone. Repeat. She has a benevolent nature. Now a storytelling shadowing exercise. One day, while walking near a quiet lake, I felt a wave of serenity. The ambience was calm, the sunlight gentle, and the sound of birds filled the air. In that moment of clarity, I realized that language is like water. It flows, adapts, and carries both strength and softness. My journey to fluency, though arduous, has been profoundly gratifying. Each lesson, each mistake, each resilient comeback has shaped me into a more eloquent, benevolent, and intuitive communicator. Repeat that slowly. Now, the word awe. It means a feeling of wonder or admiration. For example, he looked at the stars in awe. Or, I'm in awe of how language connects us. Repeat. I'm in awe of the universe. That's how you should feel about your progress too, with awe and gratitude. Final part, hosted by Julia, English Without Limit. Welcome back, my friend. This is the final part of our advanced English vocabulary practice journey. Let's begin with magnanimous. It means very generous and forgiving. For example, she remained magnanimous and kind. Repeat. She remained magnanimous and kind. Next, eminent. It means famous, respected, distinguished. For example, he's an eminent scientist. Repeat. He's an eminent scientist. Next, arduous in a new way. The journey is arduous but worth it. Repeat that. Now, insightful. For example, her comments were insightful. Repeat that. Next, sincere. For example, I want to express my sincere gratitude. Repeat that. Now, unprecedented. For example, the growth was unprecedented. Repeat that. Next, inefficiency. For example, the project failed due to inefficiency. Repeat that. Now, inevitably. For example, efforts inevitably lead to progress. Repeat that. Next, metaphorically.
For example, metaphorically speaking, I'm growing. Repeat that. Next, perceptual. For example, perceptual awareness improves with practice. Repeat that. Now, articulation. For example, her articulation was perfect. Let's practice gratitude. I feel gratitude for my progress, for my persistence, for my ability to keep going. Now, a natural story. Last year, I started learning English with hesitation. I struggled, stumbled, and sometimes lost my composure. But I stayed diligent and resilient. Over time, my confidence emerged. I began to cultivate discipline and sustain motivation. I met benevolent teachers and compassionate friends who shared insightful advice. My efforts, though arduous, were gratifying. And now I can express myself with clarity, sincerity, and eloquence. This journey has been profoundly enlightening, and I am deeply grateful. Repeat slowly. Next, sophisticated. For example, her taste is sophisticated. Repeat. Next, intrinsic. For example, curiosity is intrinsic to learning. Repeat. Next, transformative. For example, this journey is transformative. Repeat. Now, culminate. For example, her hard work culminated in success. Repeat. This lesson also culminates here. Final reflection. This journey toward advanced English has been transformative. It began with hesitation, but it culminated in courage. I've learned that eloquence isn't about using big words. It's about using honest ones. I've discovered that sophistication lives in simplicity and that sincerity always resonates more than perfection. I've learned to be resilient in adversity, compassionate in conversation, and articulate in every thought I share. And through this, I found not only fluency, but myself. Repeat slowly. You've practiced over 70 advanced expressions today. You are not just learning English, you are living it. Thank you for learning with me. I'm Julia, your host on English Without Limit.